What's up, my YouTubers? I'm Corsi from Gaming Legit, bringing you Battlefield Bad Company 2. It's part 2 of this 3-part series. This actual 10-minute part of this game isn't like amazing as far as gameplay goes, but there's some stuff I want to take from it, commentate as it shows up on the screen, and note on tactics and stuff relating to what you're seeing on the screen, and hopefully you can involve it into your game in a positive way. So the first thing I want to talk about obviously is the tank. I don't exploit it very well, but even though I don't exhibit it, I still want to talk about it. And I know I'm not good at vehicles. I'm just trying to post this for you guys, and I kind of got ripped on a little bit by some tryhards about my Black Hawk tactics, about talking about it not being a super slaying vehicle, and so these guys apparently disagree, and apparently it is. I must just terribly suck at vehicles because I just can't manage to get a kill with them. Blackhawks. The tank, as I'm commentating, as I'm sitting here trying to kill some people, it's actually pretty easy to get kills with. The main things you want to worry about is that they're very, very easy to destroy. If you have a couple engineers trying to kill you, you will just be destroyed fairly easily unless you have an engineer or two of your own that are sitting behind your tank, tooling, or whatever you want to call it, repairing your tank behind you as you're taking on damage. And it's kind of like a trickery type of thing that I think is being exploited a little bit too much, because you basically don't even need to put on the body armor perk onto the tank. And if you do put the body armor perk on your tank and then you have two engineers of your team sitting behind you repairing your tank as you're just shooting people, it's kind of, I call it an exploit, because you know, that's why Modern Warfare 2 is hated so much, because of its exploits. Things in the game that were tended to be positive, but people just blew them way out of proportion, like the combination of lightweight, oh my god, lightweight, why do I keep on fucking saying that, lightweight, and commando, you know, stuff like that. It just ruined the game. People were really pissed off. Some of the secondary weapons, a combination of some of the death streaks, it just, you know, it goes on and on. So, you know, I think the combination of body armor on vehicles and the fact that engineers can just sit behind them and repair them faster than you can shoot with your RPG to destroy them it's kind of one of those things that I think needs to be changed a little bit. I think that the engineer can repair tanks too fast, and it makes them way too hard to kill. At the same time, I can see an easy argument against, right here I should have got this kill. Check this out. I get like no hit registration on this guy, and then we trade kills, which is just garbage. Thank you, Comcast Internet, you're amazing. Anyways, I guess you guys could argue for the engineers repairing against the tanks that you could kill the engineers and that you're kind of a noob for not doing that. But you know, sometimes when you're across the map from somebody, especially on like Erica Harbor, where you have like a bunch of tanks that spawn pretty fast once they're destroyed, they sit in the distance shooting at some of the MCOM stations and can destroy the buildings, getting easy MCOM stations destroyed that way. You can be putting RPG into them, and you won't destroy them, and you won't even get like vehicle damage points, because there's an engineer or two sitting behind it repairing it, which can be super annoying. So I don't know really what you can do about that. I don't know if it's a con. I'm just like pointing it out, you know, what it is for what it is. Maybe you guys can leave some comments on that. Maybe you have, you know, something that after I read it or the community to read it will be like, hey, you know what, that's a pretty good point. Anyways, so tactics as far as tank goes on Valparaiso. If you are working with the squad, I'm just going to pitch this strategy and tactic out to you guys. And I'm sure some of you have probably already tried this, but this works really well. Pretty much how this happened is that after this game, I watched these videos before I commentate it, and I go, you know what if you tried out this strategy? Or I'll watch my gameplay and I'll see fouls and stuff that I did really bad, and I'll go, you know, I should have done this, or you know, I should have communicated this, or we should have tried this. And from that, I developed some of my commentaries. And that being said, the strategy I want to talk about is, you have a couple of people on your squad, hopefully everybody's got a mic and you're able to communicate with these guys, and you've developed this strategy of two guys being the front runners to run over to an MCOM station that you guys designate. You know, you talk about it, you know, whether it be B or A, as long as you guys are on par with each other and you know which one you guys are going for. The two other squad mates get into the available tank, and you kind of sit below the MCOM stations, out of sight from the engineers and people that know you have a tank coming in. And as your two front runners go over and arm an MCOM station, either before or right when they're making their approach, drive that tank on up, but be completely aware and prepared for anti-tank mines. And if those are pretty easy to clear out of the road, they're pretty obvious when they're in the road. The reason why they're so successful is because you're more focused of the guys, 100 yards away, 40 yards away. You're not really looking at 10 feet in front of you. And so that's where those anti-tank mines come into play, and they can just destroy vehicles. But I think they're pretty easy to go against. Like, you can see them on the road pretty easily, and you can destroy them pretty easily too. So as long as you're cautious and aware of anti-tank mines while you're making your approach to the base and the MCOM stations, you have two front runners run up to the MCOM stations, arm it, or drive up with them, like I said earlier. As the MCOM station's armed, the tank's just sitting there as a defensive measure. It's just sitting there shooting the defensive team that's running and sprinting, trying to destroy that demolition point. At that point, if you can't see the demolition point that's being right here, I just got destroyed by anti-tank mines just because I wasn't paying attention, and that's what I was talking about before. Because of that, that's why I'm commentating on paying attention to it. Anyway, so if you have an MCOM station that's armed and it's inside of a building, at that point, if you're protecting it with the tank, I recommend destroying the walls of that building so you can look in to see people if they're sneaking in to do it. Normally, I advise not to destroy the MCOM station's buildings as an offensive team, just because you use them as a source of cover. And so if you're going in to arm the MCOM station, you're protected by, visually you're protected, so they don't see you, so they don't know you're arming the MCOM stations. And at the same time, when they're armed, you can actually sit inside the walls of that building, and they have to funnel through the windows or the door, which makes them very easy to kill and very easy to defend. But for this strategy and this tactic, if you're in a tank, the MCOM station's being armed, sacrifice those walls of the building, because in the tank you'll be able to defend it tremendously. They're not really going to be focused on the tank too much if an MCOM station's armed. If they are more focused on you, then you serve as that distraction point, and if they take the time to try to destroy you, then the MCOM station will go off. So I want you guys to try that out. I'm on the turret right now of this gun, and yeah, I just read some more comments I got on my YouTube channel before I decided I'm gonna comment this. And my only argument is, like, right here, I mean, that's pretty steady fire. I consider that pretty accurate fire of myself on my part. I get a couple kills here, but at the same time, for how steady my vehicle, the helicopter is being driven right now, it's so easy to destroy. Like, if I was an engineer on this map, this helicopter would already have met its doom. Like, it's pretty easy to destroy. But I'm hearing some comments from people, like, they're kind of attacking me rather than giving, like, promising critique. And so also at that same point, like, don't be a negative person if you're going to be leaving comments on my channel, especially since this is Gaming Legit and we're trying to be a strong community here. Leave comments directed towards constructive criticism rather than just, like, bashing me completely. Like, I know I'm wrong on a lot of stuff, and I know you guys have a lot of really good input to leave for Gaming Legit and for the people watching these videos. And I strongly promote that. I want you guys to be given techniques and strategies and stuff. I want my comments on my videos to be another source of information for subscribers and for you guys to go to. That's kind of why I have my Facebook page too. I want it to be kind of used as a community forum, and so go find me on Facebook as well. But that being said, I'm gonna get some of my tactics wrong. I'm jumping all over this place. I'm jumping all over the place. That's what I was trying to say. When I was arming the MCOM station, I want to take a little bit of time to say I jumped onto that MCOM station because of the destruction that was going on with that building. Released a bunch of dust and stuff, and I used that debris as cover to be able to arm that MCOM station. So I'm going to continue the discussion and stuff on part 3 of the video coming up. God bless. Love you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to tell your friends about Gaming Legit, and peace out.